So these are the contents from the chapter number 10. What is Django? Django with Python, then Django with Django MVT, and how to get and install the Django here. So here Django, that means here, see the pronunciation Django. Okay, here D is silent. So that's why it is Django. It is a free and open source web application framework. Free and open source web application framework written in Python. A web framework is a set of components that helps you to develop websites faster and easier. So web framework is a set of components that will help us to develop a website that will be faster and easier. So when you are building a website, you always need a similar set of components. A way to handle user authentication like signing up, signing in, signing out, and a management panel for your website like forms, then forms to upload files, etc. So this is the management panel. So you need these contents on your website, or these are the components of your website. So for previously, it is in like a long year ago, it is noticed that the web developer face a lot of problems while building a new site. So they team up with the they team up and created a framework. So this Django is the framework from that, one of them from that. So that gives us ready-made components to use for building a website. It is a web framework. So here Django is a web application framework written in Python programming language. It is based on MVT, that is Model View Template. It is a design pattern, MVT design pattern. It is based on that MVT. So Django is very demanding due to its rapid development features. So it takes less time to build application after collecting client requirements. So this framework uses a famous tagline like the web framework for perfectionist with deadlines. Web framework for perfectionist with deadline. That means it takes less time and it is faster and easier. So by using Django, we can build web applications in very less time. It is designed in such a manner that it handles much of configure things automatically. So we can focus on application development only. So see the history of Django here. So it was designed and developed by Lawrence Journal World in 2003 and publicly released under BSD license in July 2005. So currently DSF, that is Django Software Foundation, maintains its development and release cycle. So it was released on 21st July 2005. Its current stable version is 2.03, so which was released on 6 March 2018. See the table for that Django version's history. So the basic version is released like zero point 0.9, the date and the description. Then the next version is 90.91. Release date is 11 January 2006. That is magical removal. Then these are the several versions of Django here with their descriptions. Here you can see the LTS versions also for the Django here that contains the migration, application loading and configuration. Yeah, then here you can see the version 1.11 LTS. Yeah, this is the last version that supports Python 2.7 and supported until at least April 2020. And the next version is 2.0, that is released in December, that is 2017. First Python 3 only release. Okay, so simplified URL routing syntax is there, mobile friendly admin is there. This is the history about the Django web framework. Then the popularity. So it is widely accepted and used by various well-known sites like Instagram, Mozilla, Discuss, Pinterest, Bitbucket, and the Washington Times. Then the features of Django here. So first feature is rapid development. So here it was designed with the intention to make a framework which takes less time to build web application. So this framework is designed with the intention that It will take the less time for building the web applications. The project implementation phase is very time taken, but yeah, Django creates it rapidly. It takes less time to design that. So that is a rapid development. Then the next feature is secure. Django takes security seriously and helps developers to avoid many common security mistakes like SQL injection, cross-site scripting, cross-site request forgery. Then its user authentication system provides a secure way to manage user accounts and password. The authentication system of the Django here, that it provides a secure way to manage the username and password or the accounts and password here. The next feature is scalable. It is scalable in nature and it has ability to quickly and flexibly switch from small to large scale application products. We can switch from small scale to large scale application products. That means it is scalable. The next feature is fully loaded. So Django includes various helping task modules and libraries which can be used to handle common web development tasks. It has the libraries or the modules that we can use for handling common web development tasks. So Django takes care of user authentication, content administration, site maps, RSS feeds, etc. Next feature is versatile. It is a versatile in nature which allows it to build applications for different domains. So nowadays, companies are using Django to build various types of applications like content management system, social network sites, or scientific computing platforms. Next feature is it is open source. So Django is an open source web application framework. It is publicly available without cost. It can be downloaded with source code from the public repository. Open source reduces the total cost of the application development. So we can easily get this Django web application framework from the um, public, what we can say, public repository or from the uh, online. We can easily get that because it is open source. So it is vast. Next feature is vast and supported community. It is one of the most popular web framework. It has widely supportive community and channels to share and connect. So these are the features of Django here. Then the advantages. So first one is object relational mapping, that is ORM support. It provides a bridge between the data model and the database engine. Here Django provides bridge between the data model and the database engine and supports a large set of database systems like including MySQL, Oracle, Postgres. Here it also supports a NoSQL database through the Django non-rel fork. For now, the only NoSQL databases supported are like MongoDB and the Google App Engine. Next advantage is multilingual support. It supports multilingual websites through its built-in internationalization system. So you can develop your website which could support multiple languages. Then framework support. It has built-in support for Ajax, RSS, caching, and various other frameworks. Another advantage is administration GUI. It provides a nice, ready to use user interface for administrative activities. Then development environment. So it comes with a lightweight web server to facilitate end-to-end application development and testing. So these are the advantages of Django here. Then the installation process, the Django installation. So the development environment consists of like installing and setting up Python, Django and the database system. Since Django deals with web application, it's worth mentioning that you will need a web server setup. So first you have to set up your web server for using that Django here. You need Python. So first step is you have to install the Python. So it is written in 100% pure Python code. So you will need to install Python on your system. So latest, sorry. So the latest Django version requires Python 2.6.5 or the higher version. So if you are on the like latex latest Linux or Mac OS distribution, so you probably already have Python installed on it. So you can verify it by typing the Python command at the command prompt. Here you can see the command Python. Then it will give the version of your currently installed Python. Okay, so it is default version on your system. So otherwise, you can download and install the latest version of Python from the link like www.python.org/download. From this link, you can download the Python and install on your system. Then installing Django here. How to install this? So installing Django is very easy, but the steps required for its installations are depend on your operating system. Based on your operating system, we can install the Django here, and the procedures are different. So since Python is platform independent language, then Django has one package that works everywhere regardless of your operating system. So you can download the latest version of Django from the website. Like here you can see the website www.djangoproject.com/download. So if you are having Unix or Linux and the Mac OS installation or the operating system, then you can follow the steps like you can have two ways of installing Django if you are running on Linux or Mac OS. So either you can use the package manager of your operating system or use easy install or pip. Okay, these are the commands. If it is installed, install it manually using the official archive you downloaded before. So first you have to download manually that the Django for your installation. Like here, you can see here. So suppose you are using that Linux here. So like you have to download that uh, the Django jar file or tar file here. Sorry, tar file you have to download for the Linux platform from the link. So it should be like Django dash x dot double x dot tar dot gz for the Linux. So you have to extract and install this in your Linux operating system by using like first you have to extract like tar, then the folder that or the tar file you have to extract, then like write cd that extracted file name, then how to install like sudo python setup.py and install. So you can after this command that installation will be that Django will be installed successfully. Then you can test that installation by running the command like django dash admin.py space double dash version. So it will give the version of your Django framework that you have installed. In this way, we can install this Django in your Linux platform. Then for the Windows platform, Windows installation, like we assume that for your Django archive and the Python install on your computer, like we are considering here that Python is already installed in our uh, system. Then first we have to verify the path verification. On some version of Windows like Windows 7, you might need to make sure that the path system variable has the following path like C colon, yeah, Python 34, then Python 34 libraries, site packages, Django here. This is the path here. Of course, depending on your Python version, this path is depending on your Python version. So then we have to extract and install the Django here from like write cd and move to the that extracted file of the Django web framework. So then we have to install the Django by running the command like or the command on the command prompt here. Like we have to write, yeah, we are moving with that Django directory here. Then inside that we have to write Python setup.py install on the command prompt. So after installing this, we have to test that installation like write Python dash C. Here it will import the Django and print the version of the Django here. So if you see the current version of Django printed on your screen, then everything is set, or you have to launch a command prompt and type the Python like here. See the Python, then import. This is for importing the Django here. Write Python, then write import Django, then Django.version. It will return the version of your Django framework. So this is the way of installing the Django on Linux platform or on the Windows platform. Then third step is database setup. We have to set up the database. So It supports, the Django supports several major database engines, and we can set up any one of them based on like users comfort here. Like we are it supports MySQL, PostgreSQL, then S, SQLite here, SQLite 3, then Oracle, then MongoDB and Google App Engine. So these two are the from what we can say this no SQL. Sorry. So you can refer to respective documentation to installing and configuring the database of your choice. You can select any one of the database for your purpose. Then fourth step is web server. So it comes with a lightweight web server for developing and testing the applications. So the server is pre-configured to work with Django here. And more importantly, it restarts whenever you modify the code. So the Django comes with the web server. So, however, it does not. Sorry. However, Django does support Apache and other popular web servers such as like Lightpad. Okay. So, yeah, Django comes with the web server, lightweight web server. Okay. So, in this way, we have seen the installation of Django on your Linux or Windows platform. So, that's it for today's session. We will stop here. Thank you.